You guys are set.
All right, great. All right, hello, everyone. We are starting on the special virtual meeting of the Board of Supervisors of Elections, July 30th, 2021 at 1 p.m. So I'm calling the meeting to order, and we'll do roll call. Eileen Leahy present.
Brianna Covey present.
Ashley Leonard present.
Okay, and Takia Green is joining us in lieu of Regina Watkins Eldridge. All right, we do have some public testimony on board from, we did receive a web form with request for public testimony from Mr. David Frankel. So Mr. Frankel, if you would come on, give your name, your address, and we'll give you your 3 minutes. You need to unmute yourself, please. Mr. Frankel, okay.
Okay. Now?
All right,
Just as a preliminary matter, I'm wondering why I was kept off the screen and Mr. Arnett and Mary Ann are allowed to be on the screen.
You're on the screen now. So
Okay, but I think we should all be treated the same. All right, I'll start. My name's David Frankel. I live at 929 King James Landing Road in Annapolis. I am here because I am requesting the Board of Supervisors of Elections to reconsider its approval of the certificate of candidacy filed by Mary Ann Arnett to run as a candidate for the Annapolis Democratic Central Committee, Ward 7. I have standing to make this request because I am a candidate for that office. On July 26, 2021, the board erroneously approved the certificate of candidacy filed by Mary Ann Arnett to run as a candidate for the Annapolis Democratic Central Committee. Ms. Arnett is ineligible to run for that position because she is candidate Ross Arnett's campaign manager. And see Mr. Ross's certificate of candidacy to run as a candidate for the Annapolis City Council, where Ms. Arnett states in writing that she is serving as Mr. Arnett's campaign manager. The Annapolis City Code, section 4.44.020, subsection C states in pertinent part, quote, a candidate for public or party office may not serve as the campaign manager of any other candidate. Accordingly, Ms. Arnett was not an eligible candidate as of the filing deadline and therefore should not be approved by the board as a candidate for the Annapolis Democratic Central Committee. The board should reject nunc pro tunc Ms. Arnett's certificate of candidacy. By way of precedent, the board rejected the certificate of candidacy filed in 2019 by Dewan Gay because it had not been signed by his treasurer and he was not permitted to cure the defect after the fact. And I would ask the board, what is the process for resolving this request?
all right, well, you have 37 seconds more. Did you want to add anything? And then I'll give you a reply.
Sure. I also would like to know why Ms. Arnett's name was not on the agenda for the meeting at which she was approved.
Okay. All right,
I believe in transparency, and I think the board does also. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I'm finishing up your last couple of seconds. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Mr.
finished.
Frankel, for bringing the situation to our attention. We are going to be working on that and looking into it. It is not on our agenda for today, and we're not unless I have a motion to add it. We will be looking into it after this meeting so that we can do a complete job on it. In regard to why Ms. Arnett's name was not on the meeting, for which we received a high number of applications on Friday and Monday. So when the agenda went out, there were many applications that did meet the deadline, but were not on the agenda. All of them were covered. We had, I believe, 19 certificates of candidacy that were reviewed on Monday. So hopefully that answers that question.
Could she not have been considered at a subsequent meeting?
I don't know. I'm not going to entertain any additional questions at this time. You're welcome to give us a web form so we can include it in our review of it. So we will be reviewing it and probably calling another special meeting. Okay.
Can I ask why she's not a participant? Why is she on the screen?
All of you are on the screen, and I'm going to be asking Ryan to please put you on as panelists so that you can both Alderman Arnett, Ms. Arnett, and also you, Mr. Frankel, so that you can continue to view the meeting. But as I said, we are going to be sticking with our original agenda today.
Thank you.
Okay, so Ryan, can you do that for us?
Yes, all three are panelists right now, so they
All right.
have webcam and microphone.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go ahead to the amended certificates of candidacy, the review. Regina, I think you got not Regina, I'm sorry, Brown, I think you got the updated list along with me.
Yep.
All right, so we have Stacy Crown, who's for the Annapolis Republican Central Committee Ward 7 member. She is still pending in terms of having an update, having her application amended, but she has been notified. Monica Fenton Manthe, who has applied for Alderwoman of Ward 5. She needs to add the name of her organization. That she has been notified, and that is still outstanding. Kurt Riegel, who applied for the Annapolis Democratic Central Committee at Large member, and the organization, his is complete. N.T. Sharps II, who he has he has applied for the Annapolis Democratic Central Committee Ward 3 member, and his is still outstanding. Frida Widely, ADCC Ward 8 member, organization, hers is complete. DeJuan Gaze, Alderman for Ward 6, has added the name of his organization, so his is complete. We do need to a motion for that in terms of approving that finalized application. Brianna?
Anything else before I make motion?
Nope, those are all through.
Okay. Motion to approve certificate of candidacy for Alderman Gay, given the updated information.
Okay, I second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll move on to the certificates of withdrawal. Harold Aber filed a withdrawal for the ARCC Ward 3 membership. He was to add Republican to the office. That is still outstanding, but he has been notified of the need to come in and amend it. Gregory T. McCarthy is withdrawing from the Annapolis Democratic Central Committee Ward 1 member. His paperwork has been submitted. Brianna, have you had a chance to review it?
Yep, and I've got it up now. Looks set to me. I mean, he specified the central committee and stuff in the ward, so that's good enough for me.
Yeah, it was complete for me. So if I could have a motion to accept Mr. McCarthy's certificate of withdrawal.
Motion to accept certificate of withdrawal for Mr. McCarthy.
All right, I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Well, that completes our agenda for today. Our next regularly scheduled meeting is August, I always have to double check, 19th at 7 p.m. But I do anticipate we may be having some additional special election meetings moving forward.
Madam Chair,
As
I read the code, Title 4, I don't think that Marianne is eliminated to be certified, but I do believe—
Alderman Arnett, we are sticking with our agenda. We did not receive any public testimony requests on regard to additional, so I'm going to ask you to please defer any of your comments for a later meeting.
All right, how do I do that? I have a question. Do I do it to Susan to amend my application for certificate?
You can probably the best person to discuss it with is Regina, and anything that you want to submit, you can submit. Any changes can be submitted to Regina. Any public comments can also be made through our web form. But I want to make sure that we have a level playing field here.
Sure. No, I understand. I'm just seeking counsel on how to proceed.
Okay,
All right. Thank you.
you're welcome. All right. Brianna, do I have a motion? Any other business? Otherwise, a motion to adjourn?
No other business for me. Motion to adjourn at 13:11.
All right, I second it. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.